Hello, this is Kermit the Frog, and I am here
Kermit the Frog here. What a legend, Kermit the Frog.
About the different ways that people can feel. Now today I'm going to talk to you about being happy.
Jim Henson was the dude.
This is a picture of a happy face. And as a matter of fact, I'm very happy.
Is that the Cookie Man?
It's Cookie Monster.
Oh, it's Sesame Street. Cool.
Nice thing to do. Now let's talk about some of the things that might make you feel happy.
Typical Cookie Monster.
Oh, Cookie Monster.
Just wants to eat that.
He ruins everything.
What's the kind of thing that makes you feel mad? You can tell I'm mad by the kind of things that I say to the monster, like this. You big, dumb, stupid, rotten monster! You make me so mad I don't believe it! You are without a doubt one of the nastiest monsters I've ever seen! And I'm so mad I'm gonna tell all my friends how rotten you are, and nobody's gonna ever play with you anymore, nobody's gonna even talk to you anymore!
Dang, he's gonna put him on blast all over Twitter.
I'm gonna tell your mother on you!
Oh, not my mommy!
Kermit is like a mother. Choke him out, Cookie. Choke him out. Don't let him get away with it.
I'm gonna tell your mommy.
Oh, I'd be so sad.
You're gonna be sad?
So sad if you tell my mommy. So sad.
You'll really be sad.
Oh, so sad.
Now we can talk about being sad.
When did Kermit become my dad?
They used to teach us some messed up stuff back in the day.
And he's sad because he feels bad.
No, he's sad because he has a friend, Kermit.
Don't feel so bad because I forgive you.
This is the battered wife mentality. It's like, okay, I'm going to verbally abuse you, but then I'll make you feel better, and it'll all be good.
Now I had this sad face drawn so I could tell everybody about feeling sad.
Kermit's just masterminding this whole thing.
And you just saved me the trouble of showing him the sad face.
Oh, so he used him.
So now I don't even need it, and now I am happy again.
$10, he's gonna eat it.
Need sad face?
No, I don't need it.
You sure?
Sure, I'm sure. Because you just now helped me.
He hates it.
When you piss me off, I'm gonna eat something.
We're going to have to talk about being mad again. Listen, you dumb, stupid, rotten monster!
He's so mean, but I still want to hug him.
Yay, that was cute.
Kermit has anger issues. Who knew?
What a roller coaster that was.
Sesame Street, bro. It's my
So what did you just watch?
Watch Kermit the Frog.
The Muppets, right?
Muppets.
So maybe the Muppet Show from
Yeah.
ages ago?
No, Sesame Street. It's gotta be Sesame Street.
I used to watch Sesame Street all the time when I was a kid. That and Electric Company.
We watched a verbally abusive Kermit, I guess before he had gone to anger management classes.
old school clip of Sesame Street. Have you watched Sesame Street lately?
Not lately.
Dude, it's so funny. It's actually still really funny.
Was there anything said by Kermit that was surprising to hear?
Yeah, he's like a little bitch.
Kermit verbally abused Cookie Monster.
Kermit the Frog's got some repressed rage or something.
I have never seen Kermit have an attitude like that.
If that was on the air today, it'd be like an anti-bullying league would go against that thing.
I don't even think that's bad though,
Imagine
because
if
now
we
kids'
include-
TV is so your kids are gonna learn how horrible the world really is
It's
sooner
like
or later.
they are gonna get pushed over in the playground. Get over it.
So this clip we showed aired in 1970.
Oh, wow.
What would you say is the difference in this versus children's programming of today?
You know what, man? Kids would watch that now and be bored out of their mind.
It's just the same shot the whole way through. I think to keep kids engaged now, things move a lot faster and they're a lot more colorful.
They would never let Kermit call him stupid and ugly.
Today, the attorneys would be all over them saying you cannot have a Muppet eating styrofoam.
You can't say anything that would offend somebody. You have so many people just waiting to just grab that sign and be like this, you know? So they can't always be like, today we're gonna talk about, and then you already see the mob outside like just waiting to hold up the sign.
So they've recently released these early seasons to DVD, calling them Sesame Street Old School.
Oh.
But it comes with a disclaimer, for adults only.
For adults only.
Really? Really?
I'm assuming it's for scenes like that which are too aggressive or aggro for the typical preschooler.
That's such a sheltered way of teaching.
It's because parents nowadays tend to freak out over every little tiny thing, and they're probably worried about being sued.
What can a child watch anymore, is how I feel. Like, that was like, I don't think that would have corrupted me.
I was friends with this one girl who was all sheltered like her whole entire life, and then when she went to college, like
They go crazy.
she's like in
They
rehab.
lose it.
I made up that whole story, but
You
I'm
did make
sure
that
like
whole
that's
thing up.
happened.
Here are some other things from old school Sesame Street. Let me know if you think it's suitable for kids.
Okay, love this.
A young girl moves to Sesame Street and is shown around the neighborhood by an adult male stranger who holds her hand.
Not a good idea.
Not okay.
That might not be intended for today's preschoolers' needs.
If you're alone on the street as a kid, they teach them now, adult males are the most dangerous thing on the planet.
Hey, if you're ever in a strange part of town, approach an adult male because they're all friendly.
Yeah.
That's a terrible lesson.
Yeah, probably not the best way to go.
Probably. Your children are gonna get abducted.
Well, I just think that people nowadays read too far into things.
That's what's wrong with our society. You know, he doesn't touch her inappropriately. But with our society today, it's like, he probably raped her, you know? It's like, how dare Sesame Street show something like that?
Teaching you all about the letter O, but with a Muppet who has a big trench coat and is always looking behind him and offering, would you like a letter O?
No. Take things from people on the street. No, they would absolutely not allow that today.
Okay, so maybe a little borderline there, Sesame Street. I don't give a f. Like, I feel like if I have a problem with the TV show, it's my responsibility as a parent to teach my children the issues that are on the TV.
Kids need entertainment that addresses the world they actually see.
Kids don't know that skeezy dude in jacket offering them something is drugs and that's bad.
Yeah, and then they'll grow up with like a fun sense of humor.
It's not like you watch that and like the little kid's gonna grow up to be like, who's this creepy guy in the trench coat? I hope he has O's for me. Kids aren't stupid.
What about an animation about two very thin legs with two knees that talk to each other, and then someone yelling for the girl that they belong to, come and play with us, and the girl says, no, I want to just sit here, and then the knees get fatter and fatter until the legs are giant and obese and they don't do anything anymore.
You guys aren't making this up, right?
Well.
Today they'd be like, well, you can't do that because fat kids might get offended. Well, if you don't go out and play, you're gonna get fat.
I love it. There's some fat kids out there. We need to get them moving.
So why is it then that something that was completely okay for children decades ago, that was made for children, now it comes out and you're like, you cannot let the kids watch this? Why?
We've somehow grown into this what is socially acceptable and like the status quo. It's like that's what's ruining everything. Everyone's too sensitive.
We baby our babies too much.
In some ways, the world's getting so much more like crazy, and then in some ways, it's getting so much more conservative.
They weren't so worried about kids before, you know what I mean? Now they have years of people watching TV and figuring out, oh, this might be bad for them, this might not be bad for them.
It's getting to the point where I feel like I can't even make a joke about anything without offending somebody.
I get offended by people that get offended so easily.
So television has standards for kids' content, but YouTube does not. Is there anything on YouTube you think kids shouldn't be watching?
Have you seen what we do? Kids watch us.
Sometimes I watch my own stuff and I'm like, I forget that there's actual like young kids watching it and I feel bad about it.
We just basically vomit everything out of our brains as adults and we're like, no problem. And then we go to VidCon and there's like 13, 9-year-olds that come up and they're like, I love table talk! And I'm like, oh,
When you were a kid, if you had a TV in your room, how cool to have a TV in your room. Now, you know, every kid has a TV in their room, under their sheets at night, and they're just watching whatever they want.
The great thing about YouTube is that pretty much anything goes, but the scary thing about YouTube is that pretty much anything goes.
The parent's job nowadays is a lot more harder than it was back in the day, because now with YouTube it is awesome, but at the same time we've got big responsibilities.
Finally, do you think we've gotten too overly protective these days with kids, or do you think it's good that we're that specific?
I don't think it's a bad thing. I think people are trying to be more careful.
People should be able to do and say whatever they want, but it's my option to watch it or not. And it's my option to not let my kids watch it.
We're overprotective of children generally, and that's why I was so bored as a child.
If we can all laugh at each other, then that's how you bring people together. If we're all just afraid to say anything about anybody, then it's like, what are we gonna be watching?
We kind of placate the things that kids normally do when they want to go out and have antics and like run around and jump off things. We just give them a screen and they watch other people do that kind of stuff, you know? And I don't think that's a great experience for life. I think kids should live life and not watch it.
I definitely think people are getting like, I don't know, they're like so uptight about their children and like there's all of these things like they can't do and can't see and
Yeah, but maybe
blah, blah, blah.
we'd say a different opinion if we had children.
Yeah,
Lucas
totally.
probably has 4 kids somewhere.
I do. Don't know where they are. Not monitoring what they're watching.
Hi ho, I'm Kermit the Frog. Thank you for watching YouTubers React. Yay!
What the frog said.
If you don't subscribe to all of the people below, I am gonna get so mad, you stupid buttheads. I'm so sorry, I love you.
So long, farewell, da 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 da.
We'll see you guys next time. Bye! I did a creepy
We should do that as an act.
We should, next time.